What up, my math gangster crew? All right, let's have a little chat about Desmos. Probably way back in the day in sixth, seventh, eighth grade, your teachers have you go to desmos.com. You'd click in math tools and go to the scientific calculator, and you would use all of these great features here. Maybe you learned a little bit about the function buttons right here, but now that you're kind of in algebra, and this could be in seventh, eighth grade, or even in high school when you first take algebra, you are going to start using the graphing calculator for Desmos. Okay, so you click here on Math Tools and you go to the graphing calculator first time. Got a nice, beautiful black bar right up here. Okay, then your sophomore year, you're taking the ACT SAT and you realize it's now a green bar. And notice how it says ACT version on it. And if you're an SAT participant, notice how it's green and says College Board version. Okay. What I'm going to do here is go back here. And if you're a sophomore, maybe you haven't had trigonometry. And you type in the tan of 45 here, and you get 1.6197. And you know what? You've never used the tan function. Maybe you didn't type in tan, and to show you down here, you can go over to functions and just click on tan and type it in this way. But if you're taking the test on a Chromebook, it might be quicker just to type it in. Either way, I get this ugly decimal 1.619775. If you take a look here, I type in the tan of 45 here, I get 1. Well, maybe it's because I typed it in. You know what? I'll delete it out. I'll come over here, go to functions, type in the tan of 45, and that's going to give me 1. I'll come over here and type in the tan of 45. This gives me 1. What is the big difference? The regular Desmos graphing calculator with the black bar on top, if you click on the wrench, is set into radians. Radians and degrees are two different ways to measure angles. Just like centimeters and inches are different when you're measuring length, radians and degrees are different when it comes to measuring angles. If I click over here to Desmos and take a look at the ACT version and click on the wrench, it is set to degrees. 95% of the time, if you open up your Chromebook or whatever calculator you are using, it's going to be set to degrees. I'm going to come over here, go to Desmos SAT, the College Board one. It is also set to degrees. When you are in Blue Book or using the ACT platform and Desmos opens up, it is automatically set to degrees. There is a huge difference between the two. You want to make sure that your mode is set to degrees. Roughly 95% of the problems on the ACT and the SAT can be answered when it's left in degrees. Especially for basic trig problems, you want to make sure that it's set to degrees. You'll know when you're supposed to switch to radians, but to cover 95% of the problems, let's leave this calculator mode in degrees. Now check this out here. How did I get to the Desmos SAT, ACT calculators? I just type in Desmos ACT calculator. Graphing calculator, ACT version. I come over here and click on it. First thing I'm going to do, I'm not inside their test right now. So this is just the ACT calculator that pops up that you can practice using. I click on the wrench, clearly set to degrees. I'm going to come over here, go to Desmos.com. We'll go to Desmos SAT calculator, click on it. Going to click on the wrench. Whoa. Notice how it's switched to radians. For some reason, this happens. And you can Google search and look it up. Sometimes the API switches it to radians. You want to make sure that it's in degrees. This is going to help you on 95% of the problems. For those of you that are going to use your own calculator, the two calculators that I love, huge fan of the Ti-Nspire. Click on option 5, settings. You're going to go to your document settings. And almost all the time, the angle is set to radians. So check this out. I'm going to go OK. I'm going to open a new document. Do you want to save the one that I had up here? No. Okay, I'm going to add my calculator, and I am going to click on Trig. I'm going to type in the tan of 45. Notice this ugly number. That's because this document is set to radians. I'm going to go home. I'm going to create a new document. Do I want to save it? No. Add the calculator. Now that I cleared that document out and I haven't typed anything in, I'm going to go home again and go to my settings. Go to my document settings. I'm going to switch this here to degrees. Notice it says degrees here. I'm going to click OK. Okay, and I'm going to go to calculate, and I'm going to type in trig tan of 45, and I get 1. Now check this out. I don't like this. I can go home, settings, document settings, switch this to radian, click OK, go back to my scratch pad, and now I'm going to type in tan of 45. Not a big fan because now I've switched between the two. I like to clear everything out. So I'm going to go home. I'm going to get a new document. Okay. I'm going to add this calculator here. Notice how it says radian up on top. This document is in radians. I'm going to go home back to my settings, option 5, document settings, and I'm switching this document to degrees. Okay. I'm going to go to my current document. Notice it says degrees. I'm going to go home, go to my scratch pad. Notice it says degrees. So if I type in tan of 45, that should give me 1. It does. Okay. I'm going to go home, go to my current document, type in tan of 45. Clearly tells me 1. You got to make sure we're in degrees. Showed you 2 different ways, at the scratch pad and on a new document. That is how you handle it on the Ti-Nspire. Next, Ti-84, one of the best-selling calculators out there. I just think the Nspire has so much more powerful menus to use. You're going to click on Mode. And if you look here, right where it says radian, it's blacked in. Okay? I'm going to quit out of this, and I'm going to go to my trig over here, type in tan of 45, hit enter. Notice the ugly decimal. Notice how it says up here that it's in radians. Okay. I'm going to go to my mode now, and I'm going to scroll down to radians. Over to the right, it's flashing on degrees. I'm going to hit it. The darkness has switched over to degrees. I'm going to go second, quit, come back here. Notice my mode here says it's in degrees. I'm going to come in and type tan 45, and it's going to say 1. So I clearly have shown you how to switch to the different modes on Desmos, ACT, SAT. Desmos, phenomenal. I would tell you, let's start using this right here all the time. If you're taking the SAT, I want you using the ACT version. If you're taking the SAT, we're using the SAT version. Follow my other videos because a lot of questions get asked, how can I use this besides for just graphing? And you want to get used to this input-output method of using the Desmos Graphing Calculator on the ACT or the SAT. Thanks for following me. Math Gangsta for life.